Alright, what's happening, people? Hope you're having a great day. So today I'm doing another video about the H4N part 2. Did a review of it before and I missed a few things and people really noticed it, so this time I'm trying to correct them. Also, one last thing, one of my buddies, Nick, he did a video on me. You can check it out in the description below. And it's a great video. He's a great YouTuber. Me and Nick have been friends for like 4 years, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed to him already, you definitely should. So check it out, and now let's get into the review.
Okay, so what did I miss out the last time? Well, first of all, when I was using this the last time, I just started shooting a feature film and working on a set, but like this time I actually just finished that feature film. It was a very long shoot, about 4 or 5 months, and we got to use this thing a lot. We used this probably about 85% of the film, and the other 15 we used the 8.6. Now, let's talk about what I messed up on last time. Well, one thing I didn't mention, which is actually very important, is comp and low pass comp limiters and low pass filters. So what are those? Well, basically, so we go to the menu right here. You go to input, right? See that? Click down, low cut, comp limit. So what do? Low cut basically cuts out the low frequencies on your recorder. So say you got like, I don't know, a little bit of wind. That's probably the most time we use the low cut filter. Or there's like a very small hiss in your sound. You just you just use this and you crank it depending on how much sound there is. Now, generally I don't like using this because then it like messes up your room tone. But some days we had this one scene where we shot at the pond and the behind the scenes pictures look beautiful. There's a lot of wind that day and it was a nightmare. So we had this thing cranked up to like about 150, 185, just because like the audio wouldn't have been usable if we didn't use this filter. So it can definitely be useful sometimes. Overall, I don't recommend using it unless you can't like hear the low frequencies otherwise. Now, biggest one is the comp limit. I don't know how I didn't mention this thing last time. This thing is so essential. So what this is basically prevents peaking, which if anyone knows, that's when your audio becomes unusable. Like you can't like crank it down anymore. So for an example, let's say we turn this off. Okay, and we'll just crank the volume to like 100. Now watch this. See these lines are the levels. So see if you can see that. There we go. So yeah, these lines are the levels right here. Generally you want it between about like -15 and like -3. But if peaking is when it reaches 0, so see that's peaking right there. So what it prevents it by, it sets a limit. So okay, it says like don't pass 6, for example, or don't pass, usually it's 3. So all you really do, you go to input once again, go to comp limit, you go to mic for this example. Most times if you have a XLR cable, you put on input. Then generally I like using general 1. Sometimes I use vocal, and then if it's like really loud, say someone's screaming, which I shot a horror movie, so that sometimes happens, I either put it on drum or concert, because these two make it really hard to peak. And this one's probably my favorite actually. I like vocal a bit more, but general is good for like all kind of scenarios. So it's really essential. See, if I put it on vocal, actually it's still peaking because I have the levels so high. Most of the time you'll set your levels about like probably about 75. See, it stops right, set in focus real quick. Right there, see? So it prevents peaking from happening, which will save your editor a ton, and he'll love you for putting on a comp limiter. So it's definitely an essential setting. As for recording settings, I just use the highest quality I can. So actually right now I'm recording, so I gotta stop this real quick. Oh my God, okay, there we go, we're good. So for recording settings, most of the time I use the highest quality wave. I use the highest quality wave file because audio just sounds the best that way. Although it does kill your memory card a little bit, but the thing is, memory cards are meant for video and photos, not audio. So you still got like, I have a 16 in here. I still have like 4 hours, and I've still got a lot of, I use this 16 quite a bit. So definitely another useful feature. Have the WAV file at the max. It'll make your audio sound a lot better. So one thing I don't like about this, which I didn't mention last time, is this thing like rapes batteries. Like literally, we probably like went through like 30 to 45 pairs of AA batteries just shooting this feature film, because this thing just murders them like real quick. The reason why is you have to have phantom power on this, or else it'll sound like horrible, because the level system's kind of messed up. It's noise to signal ratio isn't the best. So that's why I have to do that. One other feature that I haven't seen anywhere else online, which you should definitely be aware of, is I call it the card glitch. Now, it won't show right here, but say you have like 300-400 files on here, it will jump around whenever you turn it on and off. So say you're at like 450 on your track, and it'll go all the way back when you turn it on the next time to like 350. So you have to scroll through like 100 different audio files to also replace them. Now, especially working on a feature film, you gotta be very careful about this. So sometimes I had to like delay the set just because I had to fix this feature, which was very annoying. So definitely remember what audio track you're recording. It's really important. And yeah, just keep in mind of that at all times. Now, probably the best way to fix it is just change your folder. So just go to like folder 2 instead of like folder 3. And that should really fix the problem, just helps it organize the audio files a little bit better. Now, the thing I like about the H6, which I'm gonna mention real quick, is it doesn't have this glitch, which is a really, really helpful feature. Also, one thing I really don't like about the H4, it takes forever to turn on once you have like 300 to 400 audio files on it. So, like sometimes this thing takes like 2 minutes to turn on, which is a real pain in the ass sometimes. Now, probably my favorite way to use the H4N is with a preamp. So juice links are my favorite. Literally, you just put this preamp on, and you don't have to use phantom power on this, which saves a ton of battery life. And it basically increases battery life from like 2 to 3 hours to like 9. So it's definitely a very nice feature. I definitely recommend using a preamp with this if you have the cash. Now let's talk about the H4N versus the H6. So the H6 I like a whole lot better. The reason why is it makes it way easier to turn on. You can change the levels way quicker, but it is more expensive. It's like $200 more expensive, and there's like a lot of other reasons. But the thing is, a lot of people still go with this, and honestly, if you have the budget, definitely go with the H6, because honestly, like in battery bills alone, like they'll be the same price if you're using this for like 4 or 5 months, because this thing just murders batteries and the H6 doesn't. So overall, still a really good recorder. That's how I'd use my H4N. And yeah, overall I would get the H6 if you do have the money, but this is still a really good starting recorder, and if you know how to use this thing, this will make your audio sound pretty good.
So yeah, overall the Zoom H4N is a great starter recorder. However, the H6 offers way more features for only a $200 difference, and the nice thing about the H6 is it doesn't kill batteries, unlike the H4N, which completely murders them. So if you're gonna get the H4N, definitely get some high-end rechargeable batteries or some Duracell Quantums if that's too out of your budget. And overall, yeah, it's a great recorder. Just if you have a little bit of extra cash, I'd strongly recommend the H6. Better signal to noise ratio, easier to like maneuver and use, and just overall better recorder. So yeah, that's my review. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. And now I'm here waking up to the sun and the sound of birds. Society's anxiety